All right,
Are we
we ready to
doing
get
this?
it. We live. We live.
Let's go. Yo, what's up, guys, man? I'm back. Well, we're not back. It's the first episode we launching with, man. You got my boy Lee right here. You
What's
let
up
him
with
know
it?
who you are. And it's me, Jay. That one Jay, man. We back at it. Here to get it in for y'all.
Yeah,
So this is the podcast that we starting. We going by That One Podcast, man. This is what we doing right now. Um, of course, a lot of people been asking me about a podcast and starting one and doing a bunch of different things. So we decided to get that out. And we just two young brothers, man, trying to share our information, share knowledge with the world. Of course, do our own thing. So today, what's been on our mind and what we kind of wanted to talk about right now is, of course, my man Lee. If a lot of y'all didn't know, some stuff's been going on with him. Actually, very positive, good things. Change for his life. So go ahead and talk about that a little bit, Lee. Let them know what's going on with you.
yeah. So right now, man, I just recently had a surgery called the duo. It's really just the duodenal switch. It's basically what that is if you don't know, it's a weight loss surgery. They basically, take your intestines. They make it to where you don't absorb that much fat, and then they also cut your stomach into like a small shape, kind of like because your stomach is down there the size of a football, right? Like a little, like kind of like a little smaller than a football, basically. They took it and kind of cut mine into like the size of a banana, but a slimmer banana, and they kind of
Dang.
shortened it a little bit. So basically, yeah. So as of right now, I am in the week 3 process. There are 7 week process for eating in this surgery, and I have not eaten any meat or any vegetables in the last how long it's been? In the last like
two
since
weeks, but like 2 weeks, like
yeah, it's been like 3 weeks, bro. Because I had the surgery
yeah.
when like in just like early July. So I had the surgery like July 7th or sometime around there. So I haven't eaten any meat since then.
Yeah, I know that's got to be rough. So how's it been like going, changing up your diet and everything? Have you been like getting like cravings and shit?
Yeah, the thing is, at first, when you first have the surgery, you can't tell if you're hungry, if you have to take a shit, if your stomach is just hurting, or you can't tell if it's just gas pain. You can't tell the difference between either of those four. At first, my stomach was like because my stomach was just so it was so compact. It was so much different. Like basically, it was so sore,
Uh,
and I just couldn't tell the difference. I couldn't tell the difference between if I was hungry, if I had to shit or something like that. But for the majority of the thing, though, majority of the process, you're not hungry at first. My mom always told me the first week is the easiest and the hardest because she had the surgery too back. Like she had a weight loss surgery all the way back in like I think like 02, 03,
dang.
something like that. But then she had a readvised surgery in 2018 where she
Mm-hmm.
had this procedure done to her, and so basically my mom, she was telling me that the first week is always going to be the easiest but the hardest because it's going to be the most painful, but you're not going to want to eat anything like that, so you don't have to worry about wanting to like chow down on like any meat or anything like that because you're going to be so your stomach is going to feel, you're not going to feel like hungry, you're not going to feel hunger from any of this. So I was
Mm-hmm.
telling her like, okay, that sounds cool, and she was right. But it's gonna be the hardest because this is where it's gonna be the most painful. It was very pain. It wasn't like very like painful, but it was painful in the sense. You can't sleep on your stomach, so I have to get used to sleeping on my back. I'm kind of used to it now, but at first I wasn't because
You sleep on your stomach?
yeah, I used to sleep on my stomach when I was what you call yeah before the surgery. I slept on my stomach all the time.
I sleep on like my side. No, I don't sleep on my stomach, man. You mean
Yeah,
like that?
yeah, like I slept on my side and I slept like face down. I literally slept face down.
Nah, usually if he did like on my side, but it's like more so going towards my back always. But oh yeah, people sleep many different ways though. But that's
Right.
good that of course you getting that in. But so how much have you lost so far?
Well, when I last weighed myself, I lost over 30 pounds, and this was the first week. I'm in week 3 now, so I've probably lost a lot more. I ain't gonna even hold. I probably lost like it might be probably 50 something. I'm not gonna hold you. It gotta be like I lost over 20 pounds probably in the last like 2 weeks.
Then how does
So
that make you feel though?
like first of all, it makes me feel good, but I think that the major thing about this is I want to do more.
Yeah.
I actually want to go to the gym. I want to start lifting weights. Oh yeah, the thing about the surgery is you can't start lifting weights or anything like that because your stomach is still healing. So you cannot be
Yeah.
lifting weights. You can't be moving strenuous or anything like that.
That'll kill my ass, man. No
Right.
gym.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't. Yeah, you can't do no gym. You
That
only
shit
can walk. You can't even
flat on
run.
my ass.
You can't even
Yeah, I know that.
run.
Yeah, you was telling me that. Like that's crazy, but it take a lot of that got to take a lot of willpower, and that's great that you got that, and you decided to do that. You decided to change your life, man. And of course, we all gonna be rooting for you. Everybody gonna be looking at that journey.
I appreciate it.
Continuing to go on. My man, you're gonna be in the gym, going hard, lifting that big weight, of course, and
Right.
you're gonna continue to change and do whatever you want to do. So, I know you're excited to experience the journey moving forward.
Oh yeah, I am. Yeah, I think
This
that's
is
the one
a
major
whole
thing I'm
life
looking
change.
forward to. It's like
Yes, it's a
actually
whole.
lifting weights and getting right. Like I think that because right now, bro, I ain't gonna hold you, I feel lighter. Like certain
Mhm.
things that that I'll like certain things like that like just walking around the house that I was doing at first.
Yeah.
Now I'm starting to feel lighter. Like my body feels like okay,
And
this
it just feel
is
better. It probably just feel like better overall, like for your joints and everything. It just feels like a lot. I bet you just feels a lot better overall.
yeah, I do.
You know. But that is kind of what's going on right now, everybody, with Lee. Man, I'm proud of him. He's been overweight probably majority his whole life, right?
Right, yeah, majority, yeah, my whole
So
life.
his whole life he's been on that journey. Well, not on that journey, but he's finally decided to make a change, man. It's always about changing your life. It don't really matter when you decide to make that change, as long as you decide one day to make that change, and that's what it all comes down to. And of course, that's a lot of time. That's another reason we made this podcast. But anyway, clap it up for my man Lee.
Yeah, I
He
appreciate
doing
that,
his
y'all.
thing. He
For
going hard.
yeah, let me give a big
Working
shout out
out.
to my niggas real quick, cause without these niggas, bro, I don't think that me like doing this surgery would have been a thing because I feel like these guys are the people that really kind of inspire me and you know they like especially Jay inspired me like the most. He inspired me the most to really like push myself towards actually working out and stuff because Jay was never always this buff big dude either. Like he was a little chubby. He wasn't like me. He wasn't like fat, but he was like a little chubby. He had a little meat on him. But then he ended up going to the gym and just going crazy. You see what I'm saying? And so watching him grow up and watching all that what he did like kind of inspired me. And this man younger than me, so he inspired me to like just go and actually change something about myself. And all the talk about going to the gym and working out, my all my guys talking about that and stuff, bro. And all my people. Shout out to everybody, man. Even like Ink, Vince, Tice, man. Like these dudes have been around me forever, and they helped me, realize a lot of things, and so I want to change my life around. And big shout out, of course, to the biggest
Oh yeah,
supporter,
yeah, yeah.
my
Y'all
mom.
all gonna probably hear about all the rest of the people. Ink Tights. That's FAM. FAM till we die. So that's our crew. But yeah, man. Basically, we've been rocking with each other for a long ass time. I know Lee for a minute, and I'm proud to see him finally decide to take that change. Take that step. But you got to take that step when you're ready. And he's taking the challenge of doing that, and now he's gonna change his life, and he's continuing to do it every day. And that's honestly all that you can really ask for at the end of the day. Is continue to grow and just make improvements. I mean, all we really can do is make improvements, and we just can't really complain about what we don't have. All we can do is just improve the shit we can and keep moving.
All right.
So it's great to hear that about Lee. Everybody's excited to see you on this journey, man. And we gonna all honestly just be the best we can be.
All right.
So another thing that I wanted to talk about today as well is honestly just looking around and seeing a bunch of different things that's going on right now. I'm in a whole new city. I'm in Wisconsin. I'm not gonna give y'all too much information, man, because y'all don't even know all that about me. I don't want nobody coming up to the crib. But I'm in Wisconsin right now. My man Lee is doing his thing. He's in Mississippi or whatever. If you guys didn't know, we just sharing information. But in a whole new city, by myself. Well, I'm gonna have my girlfriend, have a dog. Essentially, though, I don't really have like my core group of like friends in person, like my core group of people. So I don't have that. And going to another city and talking to a bunch of different people, working with a bunch of different people, you really get to see those different ways people act and this and that. And it made me really think about friendships essentially, and thinking about what makes somebody a friend, what you look for in a friend, and exactly why you even need a friend. So, of course, in this society, people need that person to lean on for the most part. But I don't entirely think that is essential for you to have. And it was a time I did. But just thinking about that, and of course, in this podcast, we're going to talk about everything from day to day. I was just really thinking about that and pondering upon like what is a friend and what makes somebody a friend. Or let me ask you this, Lee. Actually, do you think a person needs friends to succeed?
I think you don't need. I don't think you need like a bunch of them. I just think you need maybe one or two people in your life that you can just trust and that will be there with you. But it don't necessarily have to be your friends. It can be your girlfriend. It can be your dad, your mom, your brother, sister. It can be just people that you are naturally close to that
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
can
feel it.
help
I
you
feel it.
out. I don't think that you need to go out and find somebody that's not like a cousin or anything like that. Find somebody from a whole different I would say group of people to or a whole different family to you know associate yourself with in order for you to find a true friend. I don't think you need to do that, but in some cases, like for the example, I know for our case, we probably have to do that because I don't really my brothers and stuff like that, and my sisters. They're different. My first of all, two of my sisters are grown, and you know they have like families and everything else.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So I think that is necessary for you to find, you know, yeah. I think that you need like just some like just even if it's just one person, just a person you could trust and just talk to and lean on.
Yeah.
That's really
But
it.
what I say though is, man, a lot of people be out here like, I got this friend, I'm the man, I got all these friends. I really truly believe that most people like truly only get like one or two like real ass friends in their life. And that might
Right.
sound crazy, but I feel like a real friend or what makes somebody a friend is if you don't got shit, that person will be there with you, rocking with you from the bottom all the way to the top. And at the same time, that person's gonna add value to your life, and that person's gonna give you something.
Right.
Most people that are quote unquote friends really ain't gonna be there for you in this time, and at the same time, they don't always have your best interests. So you just got to be like, okay, I need to look at this and examine this person for this reaction to basically see if they would even be up to that standard, if that makes sense.
They're only
Basically,
friends when it benefits
it's
them.
it's not really easy to make a friend. You can have a bunch of associates. Like I call a bunch of people associates. People think I'm cocky. I'm like, man, no, like some dude I know. You're not really friends. But I feel like I got like a few friends in this life, and I'm happy to have the few that I have. Yes, man. I'm happy to have the few friends that I have, and it's honestly that is what it is. If I make more, that'd be cool. If I don't, I don't
Is
know.
what it is.
I don't really think I need to because it's like when you are like self sufficient on your purpose. That's another thing we're gonna be talking about a lot is on being on your purpose, man. You
Yeah,
can
if
be
you're not on
alone.
your
I'm
purpose, if you're not
okay.
on your
Yeah.
purpose, if you're on your purpose, a lot of things in life decline. So yeah, but we'll talk a lot more about that later.
Yeah, and they fix themselves. It's like I'm on a purpose, man. I'm creating a kingdom. And kings, if you a king, man, you an alpha, quote unquote, we're gonna talk more about that too. You can be alone, man. You can figure out how to navigate life and how to create. Because truthfully, the only person that'll get bored is somebody that's bored. It's always some shit to do. Always something you could be doing, improving, learning, watching. The internet has so much shit. There's just so many things you can be doing to improve, man. So I just think, honestly, you just got to be okay with being alone. A lot of people can't be alone. Like going to the movies by yourself or doing this by yourself. A lot of people can't do that. And that's why Corona is so bad now. And when you know these damn cases, is because people can't sit their ass in the house. They got to go out and chill with their friends. They don't know what to do by themselves. They don't know what to do. They crave that camaraderie, that validation from each other. And that's what kind of makes everything bad.
I think knowing yourself is a big part. Like
Yeah.
knowing and loving yourself is a big part of life. Even like as I am right now, or even when I was, before the surgery, when I was fat and eating whatever, loving myself and knowing myself was like one of the biggest things I think that kept me moving in life, was because I learned that, it was a lot of things I didn't like about myself, but the one true thing I loved about myself was my soul and the way that I looked at things and my heart, you know.
Well,
Um,
I honestly
so
think,
yeah,
though, it come down to, like, bro, this body is just a glob of meat. It's like, in a lot of ways, life ain't fair. How you were born, how the circumstances that you was placed in, but you got to figure out a way to love yourself and navigate the world in that way
all
and
right,
just enjoy who you are. Like, you got to be happy with who you are, because at the end of the day, you the only person that's going. It's you. It ain't no other you. And as much shit you got going on, man, or you feeling bad about yourself, it can always be worse. And it's people that always have worse. So it's just, learn to just accept it.
right.
When you
That's
learn
what,
to accept
yeah,
that, man, your life changes tremendously. Like comparing, like, of course, females more so with looks, comparing their money to other people, their dudes. It's a lot of shit you could be doing, but just focus on your purpose and focus on the reason that you put on this planet and what you got to do. And that's what I do. And it completely changes the playing field. Completely. You ain't worried about what the next man doing. You only worried about what you got going on.
all right.
So
Another thing
that
about
part
this
makes
friend thing, people that, if you have friends, right, and like, for example, for us, we have a pretty decent number of, like, in our friend group, but we have, like, I think that our friend group is kind of like, over the years, they say our friend group kind of changed. Um,
it isn't the same, and honestly, it will probably it could possibly split up later in the future. It's a possibility.
it's a big
It's a
possibility.
possibility. It's a
It's a big
possibility
possibility.
yeah, oh yeah, because over time you grow apart. Because if you got people and somebody's growing and somebody stays stagnant or doesn't change, then you're gonna split.
All right.
So what were you saying, Oli? I ain't gonna cut you off like
Oh,
no.
no. But yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. I think our friend group, and the way that it is right now, I think that it is kind of already split.
In a sense, yeah.
In a
In a sense, it
in
is
a
split.
sense,
Yeah.
it is going to continue to get like that. But I think a lot of that is because of not so much of people growing. I think it's so much of the fact that you
People not
know
growing.
people not looking at, well, just people being, uh, just people not being, like, in my opinion, people just being weird, people just being lame, and then it's just we kind of found out about it. So it's like, when you looking at stuff from that perspective of, like, you find out that this guy or this person that you were friends with for so long is this type of way, it kind of adds a weird taste to your mouth, and it's like, I don't know, like that's like,
It ain't
for,
no. It ain't no Kool-Aid, man.
yeah,
It ain't no.
it ain't no Kool-Aid, but and then this kind of splits up the group a little bit, because some people are going to still stay friends with this person, while the other group is kind of going to be like, nah, we good on that type shit. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah.
I think that's what a lot of this is about right now, with our friend group, because a lot of us grown up, to be honest. A lot of us
Different.
has changed in a lot of different ways. For example, like I said, Burst. I'm sorry, Jay used to be like, not so.
I was a kid.
Yeah, you was a kid and you wasn't. Is it cool for me to say, like, you weren't like that confident in yourself, probably?
Oh yeah, not at all. Oh yeah, they could definitely know I was not confident at all in myself. I was
Right.
not. I came a long way, man.
But
Yeah.
now Jay is extremely confident, and I will always say this: Jay is, like I said, one of the most confident and you know just purest. Like I think out of our friend group, he probably is like the most wise and purest form of like a dude in our friend group. Like we fuck with Jay heavy. Like this
What you
dude.
mean a dude?
Like the purest form of like a male, basically, of
Oh,
like a
yeah,
man.
basically, it's like yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like
You see,
a quote unquote a male. That
yeah,
makes sense. That makes sense.
like
Yeah, definitely.
like a straight up like man. Like this dude is an actual like yeah. So he
It's
like
gonna make me cry.
he changed from like a non confident person to a very confident man, and he made one of the biggest. He probably yeah not even one of the biggest change in our friend group. And this shit is just, and you know, it was wild to see it. But you know, some people in our friend group kind of, I ain't gonna say they disliked it, but they probably didn't
Nah, they
see
did.
how they probably didn't see how much it changed them. And so I admire the confidence that he has now, especially from a guy that has no confidence. And then we have some people who are overconfident in their abilities and what they can do and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But then we have some people like myself who kind of over the years changed as far as in like I would say you know not taking too much that like because me when I was younger I never perceived to be like this tough dude. I didn't want to be, but the one thing that it was like in real life, like when I went to school and stuff like that, I was, you know, I was known as somebody that people just didn't want to pick with, people didn't want to fuck with, people didn't want to like you know fuck with and get on the bad side of
Yeah,
because
you was that dude. Like
yeah,
they knew what was up.
because I had because I even though I was a you know I was a nerd, I was a loner. I didn't talk to nobody. I ain't fuck with people. But that's the dude. That's the dude I would you know just because. But there's a reason for that because I didn't like none of the people that I was around. I didn't fuck with none of them dudes like that. And when trying to fuck with them, I noticed that it was like, yeah, they didn't really fuck with me back. So why would I try to fuck with them? So I was like, yeah, fuck it. You know, I'm just gonna be alone. I'm just gonna be on my shit. You know, I'll go to school for these certain amount of hours, then come home, play my game with my real friends, and that's what I was doing. And so, with me personally, I became more of a person who just, you know, I was like always a loner. I was always a loner. But the people that I played the
Me
game with,
too.
and the people that I love the most, like my nigga, like my people right here, Jay, my guy, Vince and Tice and
Vince Lee
Ink,
Tice,
yeah,
Mike,
Mike and all them people, man. Like, you know, I ended
MD.
up, yeah, MD. Like I ended up, you know, building a friend group and building a trust with these guys and a bond that was, you know, damn near it's damn near unbreakable, bro. I ain't gonna even hold you. It was damn near unbreakable.
Yeah.
And I love these dudes, man. So when I was, so basically what I'm trying to say is like I changed as a person from being like this, you know, complete loner and complete just, you know, not really giving a fuck dude to a dude that really cares about his people and really loves people and stuff like that. And I became way more caring, way more affectionate, way more passionate towards my people. And
Hmm.
so this is what made me looked at as softer, and you know, so this is why I didn't really, so and you know, this is what made me looked at as softer and stuff like that. So it is what it is. But you know, you know I still care for my people. I still love my people. I don't give a fuck if I get called soft or not because, and you know, if you come up to me and on some other
You on
shit,
that ass?
I'm on
You
that
on that
ass.
ass? You
Right,
on that
right.
ass?
I'm on
Yeah.
that ass.
I mean, that's the thing. If you know who you are, bro, it don't matter what the fuck people got to say. Like, I really do kind of like sometimes laugh. People tell me some of the shit that they say about me. It's like, bro, it is what it is. Because you comfortable with yourself. Like, I'm not really worried. Like, I know where I came from. And that's why I always just talk about like self-improvement, changing your life. Like, if you have this vision of yourself in your head that you can be this person, you can change and be that person. Like, when I was that person in the past, when I was an unconfident kid, stressed out, all types of shit, man. We can talk about the past in the episode as well because it's a long ass story.
Yeah,
But
yeah, that's a long ass story. Long
coming
ass story.
from that, man, it's like in the back of my head, I had the vision of like me being like this fucking superhero type guy. It's like damn, I wonder if I was this person. And it's like, I almost look at your life like it's a story, man, like it's a movie. And in the movie, like any good ass movie, it don't start off with the hero, the main person, being the best in the world. You know, you gotta build up. You gotta start from the bottom, build his way up. And I
Right.
love being at the bottom. That's something about me, and that's what I've grown to love. I love being at the bottom because I know no matter how low I get, I always rise and get to the top. So changing your life from you being this person to this person is definitely doable, and that's why I preach, and that's why I do what I do. That's why I train. That's why I do my fitness thing, motivation, inspire, entertain. That's why I do what I do, man. For that reason, to unlock that potential, to unlock that hidden person that you always want to be, that you know you can be, or that you don't know you can be, but I can help you be that person type shit. So that's basically why I do what I do. If you got the word wanted to know about that, and my man Lee, of course, has changed a lot over the years, and he's doing the same thing.
Right.
It's just about self-improving, man, being who you want to be. And it's the same thing with the friend group. It's like they'll probably watch this, and we'll probably have another conversation about what's going on. But it kind of is what it is. You know, People just have to be held accountable, man. You got to be real with your people. And sometimes if you grow apart from getting better, and you have to, because the people that you keep around are important. And if you keep the wrong company around, man, it's gonna rub off on you. So it's all about knowing who your people are and how to move forward in the right way.
All right.
So that's what it's all about.
All
So
right.
knowing that, it's just you gotta continue
Yeah.
to do what you gotta do.
And a big thing is, man, like, to the friend group, to anybody that's in the fam that's listening to this right now, bro. Look, number one, of course, I think it goes without saying, I love all y'all. I love every single one of y'all. It don't matter who it is, and so with that being said, everything that in the past that has been said or anything that has happened, just know that everything is all out of love, and I just want, you know, and I kind of just want y'all boys to, just know that even if, like, some things don't always go right, or people don't have the same outlook and stuff like that, that is never the end of the world. Number one,
It ain't. It
and
ain't.
number two is never the fact that of that I don't like you, or that I hate you, or that I just don't fuck with you. It's never that. It's never that. It's for the fact that it's some things that I just disagree with, maybe, and it's some things that I just probably don't fuck with that you do. But
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if we have a real conversation, like, that's the one thing I think that we have not had in a long time, is a
A
is a
real in
real
conversation about it.
conversation.
Yeah.
I think me and you always have a real conversation. Jay, me and Montana, or D, whatever you want to call it, me and Ink, we always have a real conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Away from everything, and I'll be understanding his point of view of stuff as of lately. And then, of course, the same way with, I've also had a lot of real conversations with Tice and Vince. But everybody else, Mike, MD, DJ, Ashton, we need to sit down. We need to have actually real
Yeah.
conversations. I think
Yeah.
that will help. And if you have a friend group out there that you feel like maybe y'all are a little disconnected, sit them down, have a real
Yeah.
conversation,
Set
ask
them
them what's
down, man.
going
Had
on.
some dinner and shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right, have some
Get them
dinner.
together.
Right,
Talk shit.
right.
Yeah.
And just make sure that y'all all have, like, are on the same page. If there's anything going on, if there's anything wrong in that person's life, man, you just make sure that they're okay. At the end of the day, that's what we're here for as friends, to make sure that everybody's okay. But don't insult or antagonize your friends with different, like, words that can be said that that they won't like. So
Yeah.
yeah, make sure that you handled it in the most respectful way as possible. And it's certain things that, like, I know myself, I wish I could have handled a lot better, but I think some
Mm-hmm.
things had to be said.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. You always sometimes you gotta say that shit that's uncomfortable. To just that's just what it takes at that current moment.
right.
Mhm.
But yeah, man, man, oh man. So yeah, that's what we wanted to talk about, the friendship thing, my surgery and stuff like that, and
And
everything.
this is honestly more about this. Honestly, is what the majority of this episode is about. importantly, we didn't want to, of course, start off with too much information. We wanted to let y'all get to know us as well, more and more, share some information. We basically talking about our individual friend group and what's going on, and you can take keys and stuff from that and apply it to your friends,
Right.
stuff like that, or apply it to your life essentially. And this podcast will touch on a bunch of different topics, man: fitness, motivation, purpose. Next episode will probably be more so about purpose. But to piggyback on a little bit what he was saying, man. Honestly, know who your friends are. Sit them down, talk about it, and honestly, when you're picking a friend or in a friend group, always look at what they bring to the table. If they're not adding any type of value to your life, and you guys aren't increasing and helping each other get better and better, then then they're not the friends that you need. That's all. Because you're not supposed to stay stagnant where you are. You're supposed to continue to go up. And if your friends can't help you do that, you got to find some people that can. Or if you can't find people that can, you just have to continue to elevate yourself high enough to where you can help yourself always. Put the Most High first, and meditate, pray, and just stay up, man. Continue to learn. But
Of course.
honestly, the surgery and everything went well with him. He's on the fitness grind. That's gonna all be on my Instagram, my page. When he starts lifting, of course, I'm gonna share all that. The gaming and everything, the streaming and everything is up. Also,
Right.
this video
A
will
lot
be
of a
up.
lot of gaming. I'm gonna have my
Yeah.
Twitch in the description, man. Man, y'all don't understand, bro. This road company stuff. Road
So
company is the game we play.
he the guy at Rogue. Pretty trash. I'm not cool
He's
like
he's
they
no
are.
no he's not trash. He's not trash.
But
Jeremiah
compared to y'all,
Jay just has so much stuff going on. He has so much shit going on that he doesn't have the time in the day like how the rest of us do to really take out of the day just to go and just play and get better and things of that nature. But yeah, on this road company stuff, man. Yeah, we've been
best
on
player
this.
on console, man. This boy the best player
No,
on
no,
console.
no,
He's
don't
the
let
best player
no,
on
no.
console.
That belongs to X Inc. Y. He's the best player on console.
I don't
X
want to
Inc.
hear that.
Y.
I don't want to hear that.
EX
But
Inc. Y.
he the best player on console. But this game, and listen, y'all. This is the crazy thing about this FAM shit, man. Listen to this shit, right? We got the gamers, we got the fitness motherfuckers, we got the music people.
Yeah, most definitely.
We coming, man. That's all I'm saying. We coming.
Yeah.
Watch this podcast, man. Soak this information up because this is just the beginning of the grind. This is the beginning of the takeover. The fitness game is gonna be on my back, of course.
Right.
The gaming industry, I'm tackling both, man. The gaming, I love my gaming. We gonna have some
I
reviews.
think
We gonna talk about games. It's gonna be a ball, man. We gonna talk about relationships.
right.
We gonna talk about so
Another
much
thing,
different things.
for all my people out there that are weebs that love anime and stuff
Yeah,
like
we
that,
in the anime
otakus.
too.
Yeah,
Hey,
man,
hey,
we
into
big.
sports. We got
Yeah,
the
we
sports
big
coming.
into sports. We really big into anime. This ain't no
Lego James on his way to another title.
Yeah, he is. He is.
So anything that you want, this podcast got it.
Right.
This is covering, and it's from two young black males, Black Lives Matter. Two young black males, man.
Yeah, so we'll tackle anything, and we tackle even on the relationship issues. We talking anything that y'all want us to talk about. Let us know, man. Let us know in the comments. Anything that y'all want us to just tackle and get on, bro. Let us know because we have so much shit to talk about, and trust me, we've been through a lot. Me and him both have been through a whole lot. So we can tackle a lot of situations, a lot of conversations.
Through a lot of shit in life. Probably more. I would both say we wiser than most 21, 23-year-olds our age. By far.
Yeah, by far, way more wiser.
So,
yeah.
Also, let us know about the format. The format, of course, you guys gonna see it's gonna be gameplay. But we can even switch that up as time progresses. As time progresses, of course, stuff will change. Continue to give us ideas. Continue to let us know what works, what doesn't work. And we know this podcast is gonna be amazing. We're gonna continue to grind it out, do what we gotta do.
All right.
And it's just that one podcast, not two. That one
podcast.
It ain't nothing else, man. It's just
I fuck with that name heavy, by the way. I don't know how you came up with that one. Yeah, that's a hard ass name.
Yeah, bro. Honestly.